We are live. I have
Oh
to double
snap!
check. Yeah.
So
Let me
like you
double.
can't tell if this audio is like really bad or like
Hold on. I'm gonna adjust you to 100. Okay, 100. And then I'm gonna do. Can I? Okay, I'm at 100. You are at 100. I'm at 100. I want to get rid of my thing. Huh. That doesn't work. Stream removed real quick too. Don't give anything away. Oops. I lost my cursor, bruh. I can't see my cursor. Okay, there it is. It came back. Okay, well, I think. Okay, say something.
check. Checkity
Uh,
check.
okay, let me lower. I can't. This sucks, bruh. I can't see my cursor. It's called a cursor, but it's cursed. I'm just kidding. Um,
It's cursing.
okay, say something again.
Something again.
Okay, I'll just leave it at 5, -5 on the thing. All right. I think it's good to go. The only thing is I don't know how to get rid of my other profile so that it would just be us. But like, because they're both me. So basically, I'm on my computer on the other account, and then I'm on my phone on the one I'm talking to you with. But I'm streaming with it through the computer, and then it's like going through there. Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah. Okay. So, um, yeah. What's up? Oh, should we do something? Like, should we say I like? Should we,
Like an intro?
yeah. Okay. What's our uh VDC? Is that a? Does that make any sense?
VDC?
No. Yeah. No.
I don't know, man. This is your idea.
Okay. Well, this is more so just like to the future us if we ever want to go back and listen to what we sound like
uh,
and stuff. So, uh, what's up? My name is Kevin, and here I'm with
the man, as
the
Kevin calls
man.
me.
Yeah. So this is the man, also known as Alvin, the man Alvin. And
Yeah.
DaVinCast, it was just like an idea. I don't know. I think the other names was like just like the man podcast or just like the podcast, I think. I don't know, just stuff. But that was like one day I was like, oh, we both have Vin in our name. Alvin and then Kevin. I'm like, oh, Davin, like Davin, like the man, but Davin, and then podcast, like DaVinCast. I don't know, but yeah. So that is the intro, I guess.
Yeah, we had to do this every time.
All right, so let's just get straight to it. Well, so I wanted like this to be focused on like our school life, really. Like we could talk about
Okay.
other stuff too, but mostly just like where we are in college and like how things feel like and stuff like that. So, uh, as of right now, like for you, because you just transferred, so like, oh, let's just give background too. So I'm fourth year at community still. Alvin just transferred um to a 4 year after 3 years. So like, what does that make you like a first year there, right? Considered or like,
Are
is
we
there
are you
like
hiding like
a
details, like specific details, or like?
no, we're not. I don't think we should say like where we're at, like what school, but just like you know, general detail, like oh, because 4 year, you're in a 4 year, so like you transferred. Is
Oh,
that
so
yeah? Are you considered like oh, like when you tell people oh I'm a transfer or like how does that work now? Do you say like I'm a first
um,
year, or like
pretty much like if they have a good understanding, I feel like I'm gonna say it on accident.
I mean, it's fine because honestly, it's whatever. But just because, like, yeah, it's whatever. But if we want to protect our own privacy. But yeah.
Okay, so I go to Harvard, and no, but like when I say like I'm a first year transfer, they pretty much already know what that means. Like so if you're a first year transfer, that automatically means you're a junior because community colleges only offer quote unquote underclassmen classes. So even if you spend like 10 years at a community college, once you transfer,
Oh,
you're a junior now because community
wow.
colleges don't offer those upperclassmen classes.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so I just say I'm a junior,
Dang. Even though
even
you're
though it's like
technically,
a
yeah.
fourth year. Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah. So with that, um, so right now are you like full load, full
Um,
units or like part-time?
I have I not talked to you about school in this
I
long?
feel like no, I know we have, but I forgot already.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
dude, yeah,
sure.
yeah. I do the same. I like have the same conversations with people because I keep like getting it mixed up, so I
Oh
don't know
no,
if I talk
yeah,
to them about it.
definitely. Yeah, like
Um,
that's me all the time now too. It's just like, oh, I thought I told you. No, that was someone else. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. No, I don't think you have. But I just know you're
yeah.
doing school, work, and church, and like being with
Dude, there's
friends.
more now, dude.
There's more?
Yeah, but I'll get into it. So, well, yes, I am a full time, but I'm taking 8 units at the community college still
Oh
because
yeah, yeah. Okay,
transfer's over still.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm part time at community college and part time at the 4 year. So altogether, I'm taking 13 units, which is full time. Um, yeah, it's just like it's convenient because I mean, okay, it's inconvenient because it's not the same place, so I go to two different schools.
Oh yeah.
But it's convenient because like price wise, it's cheaper than if I were full time at a 4 year at the four
Hmm.
year. And it's all yeah, it's pretty much it. Just like oh, it's convenient price wise, but it's also convenient because I really like the teacher at um
Oh
my
yeah, yeah.
community college.
That's right. You told me about this. I remember. It was like one of the guys in that class with that professor, like he also have had him or been in a class with him before, right?
Uh,
Or
I mean that's true, but I think you're talking about the person that. So I'm taking the same professor, on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Tuesday, Thursday class
yeah, yeah.
because of his class schedule and like it's the same building. But I also have another like classmate that took both those classes also. So we're both in the same class for pretty much the whole week with the same professor in the same room. But like this is
Yeah.
the first time I'm ever like this semester is the first time I met him.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay,
I do
okay.
have classmates that I've taken classes with prior with this professor. So that's pretty cool. So that's why in my class that's like in one of the classes, um, there's only 8 students, so it's pretty
Oh
like
my gosh.
it's not even like a class. It feels like a study session or like
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
study group. So it's pretty cool because like we can have like discussions that uh is pretty like I don't know we're pretty close or like yeah pretty comfortable with like everyone in the room. So we have like discussions and like tangents, and it feels more like
You're
uh
just
I don't know
chilling.
like more than just like people that have the same class together.
Yeah, like with me and my oh yeah, I'm an English major. Alvin's in engineering, I believe. Um
Civil engineering.
Civil, is there a difference from just regular engineering?
Yeah, so like, oh man, when I explain it to people, so there's that TikTok going on where it's like, I don't even know what engineers do, and then there's a comment that was like, yeah, my dad's an engineer, but he just like goes to work and goes home, so I don't know. But
Mm.
like, I like to think of it as like, when you say you're an engineer, I feel like that's the equivalent of being like, yeah, I'm in the medical field because there's so many types
Mm.
of
It's
engineers.
broad.
Yeah, and then there's civil, mechanical, um, what's it like bio whatever.
Uh-huh.
chemical engineer. But in civil engineer, that's its own branch. But in civil engineer in itself, it's like it's still broad because there's structural, there's like geotechnical, geospatial, there's like
Mm.
water, transportation, and that's all within civil engineering. But in general, engineering is pretty. There's a lot of overlap. Yeah, it's super broad.
How do we get there? I forgot already.
Oh yeah, you said our majors, and then I
Oh
said
yeah, yeah, yeah.
engineering.
Well, before that, we were talking about classes.
Yeah, so I think it's your turn if you're a full-time student or part-time
Oh
student.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But dude, I had a thought and I forgot, man. Dang it. Oh, I was talking about. Oh yeah, for me, because like in poetry, we had like started with 13 people, and our professor even told us he was like, I hope they don't cancel us. And it's so funny how he used that word because I was like, dang, that word has been used for different reasons until last year, right?
Yeah,
But he was like, I hope they don't cancel us. And he means like if there's not enough people in the class or something, like the class will not, they will not continue the class for the semester. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. And I didn't know
yeah.
that this happens, right? And I was like, no, this is like a really cool class. Like the first day, I loved it. And then my other class that I have tomorrow, actually, children's literature, there's like 30 people in there. And like it didn't hit me. Like even in the poetry class, there's like 11 now. So two people dropped. But like just being in there, it doesn't feel any different because like even with like that 30 class, so like you get so used to people not showing up to class that like if not a lot of people are there, it feels normal. But then like thinking about it, like oh, there are only 11 people in this class is just so like that's normal. Even though um like with that feeling of being used to people not going. Um, but even now, like if I was a first year and that many people were in my class, I'd be like, well, that's like not a lot of people. But now I'm just so used to like not really noticing too much of just like who's in my class or like how many. It's just more so like what are we learning and like very focused in on what the subject is and stuff. That like I don't really have time to care about something like that. Like oh, there's not a lot of people or whatever. And it does feel like a lot too, just because each person like you actually like understand each person and like whatever they're gonna say about if he asks a question about something like you can what's the word um they like stand out so like you won't be like oh who said this yesterday or from last class or whatever so like dang I don't know the word
Or
but
like memorable.
yeah I guess like because there's less is more kind of thing um and it's like just easier to get around if you're trying to make friends or whatever um and yeah because like in that 30 class that I have like I know faces but I sit in the front for that one kind of off to the side and I'd have to turn around a lot but um I wouldn't like know people's names I guess and for other classes if I'm like in the back maybe or something I might like recognize faces and stuff but still not put a name to their face as I would if it was like less people in the class so um I remember also hearing a lot how once you're in your major classes that um you will start to I think it was us I'm not sure that you start to like be with the same people and stuff and you will like become friends with them because like you guys are going on this you're starting like basically the a similar path now versus like your GE people who you'll probably never see as much anymore um and yeah so
Yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. That's how I recognized like three or four people in my class, and then at my 4 year, even though I'm taking two classes, there's like three people that are in both of those classes. So it's
yeah
like, man,
great.
crazy.
Are there any like fresh like nowadays people ask me or I think there was this like a fresh graduate in my other class, and I was like, "Oh, you just graduated." He was wearing his senior shirt, and I was like, "Oh, you just graduated." He's like, "Yeah," and then I was like, oh, that's cool. That's sick, man. Like, congratulations. He's like, oh, what year did you graduate? And I was like, or no, he asked me like how old I was. And I'm like, how old do I think, how old do you think I am? And he was like, or he asked what year I was or whatever. And he was like, first year, second year. And then I was like, nope. And he was like, what are you doing here? It's like, oh, I, I know. I felt kind of offended because, well, he's a freshman. I understand because you have the people only go to community for 2 years. But like after being here for so long, I got used to like age doesn't matter when you're at community and like just college in general. Um, like doesn't matter how old you are, and it's just about like being there and stuff. So, but he was like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, uh, yeah, I'm a fourth year, and I explained the COVID thing. Um, I feel like yeah, if it really wasn't for COVID, I'd probably be very close now. But because of COVID, I understood what I wanted, so all in all, it was okay. But yeah, so like for you, you got like freshman people in your classes, especially like your major ones now, compared to when you had GEs and stuff.
Hmm. I think because at my because okay, at Mount Sac, there's like prereqs, I think, to those
Yeah.
classes. So usually it's like second years, like so first years are doing the prereq classes. But at my 4 year, um, one of them is like the intro class. So it's literally either first years or transfers. There's like no in between.
The what class? The HO?
Wait, hold on, give me a sec.
Okay. Do, 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 do. I think Alvin doesn't know how to mute. He just pressed the mute. Or is it just, oh, it's my screen. There you go. He muted. And from this segment, we continue into the chocolate factory. Oh, Alvin is getting the ingredients, and I think he's coming back very soon with the chocolate. And the chocolate is very good. You see what I do with the chocolate? I mix it, with the milk. So you get the milky feeling of the chocolate. And then when you have the chocolate, you
Bro.
do the. Oh, hey,
Wait,
you're
was I
back.
not muted?
You were muted. No, it was flickering on my screen, so I
Oh,
thought it was. Sorry,
I
that's my
was
bad.
like, I was like talking, and then because I'm wearing AirPods right now, so I took it off. Or like, yeah, I was like talking to my dad, and then you're like, I don't think
Yeah,
Alvin
that's
knows
my
how to
bad.
mute. So I was like, oh shit, am I not muted? So I like took
No.
off my AirPods and then put my phone like underneath my pillow to manually mute myself.
No, that's
But I
my
mean,
bad.
we weren't even talking about anything like important.
It's okay. What were we talking about? Oh, classes, and then you say
Yeah,
was HO. You said there's no in
HO.
between, or yeah, was it HO
Oh
what you
yeah,
said, or
HO.
I don't know. Is that what you said or not? That's what I heard.
Oh no, no. I mean, only it's only first years or transfers because that's like the first course you take. Um, so I could have took those classes at the community college and they would have transferred over. But at community, it's two classes because there's a prereq and then it's the class that actually counts.
Oh,
But
okay.
so I just took it at the 4 year because it's just one class. And also,
Oh, it's one
um,
class. I see.
yeah, um, yeah. And that interaction you said about like someone guessing your age, that
Uh,
actually happened to me too. Because at that, cause it's either first years or first. So I was sitting next to someone, and then they were like, we were just like getting to each other because it's like the first day, and
mm.
then they're saying how like it's their first year, and then it transitioned to me, and then I also told them to guess, and they thought I was also a first year.
Oh my gosh, that's
That's
good
good.
though, right? Like,
I mean,
just
it's not anything that I'm not used to because I'm always guess like hella younger than what I actually am.
that's good, dude. Cause like, oh my gosh, in the class I had that same class with that guy. 'cause other people around me that I had in like prior group discussions, one of the girls was like, I think she guessed like 21, and I was like, dang, bruh. And the other girl
Like
was like 22.
you or the other guy?
Me. So they're guessing me still.
Oh,
But the guy guessed, I think he guessed 19 or something, or 18 and 19. And then another guy in my group was like 18, 19. But I was like, dang. And then I was like, I turned 22 this year. And I was like, I'm 21 right now. And then the one of the girls was like, oh, I got it. I was like, dang. But I look that old now, I guess. Like,
is it your facial hair?
I wear a mask. So, like, no.
Oh, dang.
Yes. And I shave now too. So it's like, or I try not to grow it out when I'm in school. Um,
Really?
but I don't know. I remember when I shaved too, I felt older. Like I felt I look older when I shaved, even though it's supposed to be the opposite. Because like it's kind of like one of those things where something that you have for so long when you're young, that when you take it away, it's like that you are becoming older. So like had I shaved in high school and I carried that on, I probably would have had that feeling of still being young, even going into college. But because like the mustache is what I had in high school, shaving it and like, not having that anymore in college, I think it was like I am like getting old and stuff. Um, I will say though, like in terms of like other people, because I think this year only really was when I was talking to people about like what year they are and stuff like that. So in spring in chem, a lot of people were first years. I'm like, damn, like you guys are so baby, like you guys are so young. And it just, I would this girl, my lab partner, um, her name was Emma. So I I'd be like, Emma, like, how do you feel and stuff? Because I want to like have that perspective of someone as a first year in college now. Because like we had that, but it was different because like people are coming from COVID. So she was telling me like this is like so weird because like I didn't even get to like live high school and then I graduated and now I'm here. I'm like, whoa, that's actually like crazy to think about. She was class of 21, but yeah, like she graduated, like they just came back from COVID in high school and then like graduated and then like now they're off to college, and she's saying like she didn't live her senior year, and I was like, that's kind of sad because like we had that, and we were at least able to transition to college. But and like in college, once you're there, you can leave, like you can stop and for however long you want and come back. But in high school, like you don't get to like stop. Everything has to happen in consecutively, So I was like, that's like such a different experience for them to have and to like come back to and have to like go to college now. So yeah.
Yeah, when I think about like quarantine, it's all just a blur now.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's our whole life. Like after college, like dang, remember DaVinCast or something? And I was just like, it's all a blur now. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Even like high school, sometimes I forget stuff happened.
Man, because we're getting to the point where like we just keep doing things and like making memories where there are so many versus like being from age 10 to 15 or something. You can only really remember vividly like the last 5 years, I would say. Like when I got to 16, I was like, dang, I only really remember what I was doing at age 12. Um,
You
was that
remember what you were doing at 9?
like, yeah, I know, but not like vividly. Like I can't, like on a routine basis, I wouldn't be able to recall it on the spot. Like now I could tell you what I was doing in high school as a freshman, right? Like on a daily probably, because it's when my brain was kind of like developed already. But I don't have vivid memories of under 10 probably.
Under
Is like
10?
I mean, like I do, but it's like you like we're saying how like it's all a blur, you know? Like I don't really remember it, but it happened, right? But we can remember what we did in high school and stuff at times. Um, Actually, am I contradicting my own point right now? I feel like I am. Because I'm trying to say that we remember stuff in high school, but I'm also saying that we don't because we're doing so much. I just contradicted myself, man.
I think it's
Hmm.
I saw this thing where it's like the older you get, it seems like the years are going by faster because you have so much else to compare it to versus when you're like
Mm,
four, then it's like you've only known 3 years, so that year that just passed is a
yeah.
quarter of your life.
Well, yeah, that's true, dude.
Yeah, and I think I remember like stuff vividly, especially because of like organizations I was a part of, or more so like class. Like if I think of any given grade, I remember the teacher I had, and then how I like there's memories associated with that teacher, or like organizations like dance club when like so and so was director. I remember what that was like,
Oh
or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Oh my gosh, freaking like I can't remember whether it's I think not sure if it's pictures. It's not pictures. It's like the stuff I have around my room. Like you know how I was telling you on my vision board how one of it is to clean my room, right?
Mhm.
Um I recently threw away like a fifth grade school project. I was it fifth grade? It was fifth or sixth grade. And then just like holding it, um, and like some of the stuff my mom like helped me with it. It's the animal cell and like you know the mitochondria, right?
Oh yeah.
So she what she did for that to help me, she like took half of a peanut, like the shell of a peanut, and then she took like a shoelace and then like cut the shoelace enough so that when you put it in the peanut shell, it is like squiggly, like the mitochondria. I was
Mhm.
like, dang, bro. So like I showed her before I threw it away. I was like, Mom, do you remember this? And she's like, yeah. And then the freaking like another part of the cell was like dried spaghetti, like uncooked spaghetti that was like piled up and glued onto the thing. And I was just like,
So,
dang. So like holding it and like I did fit I can remember I remembered like my classmates and like kind of like who I was and like what age I was and stuff like that. And I think like a lot of the things in my room, like physical things, and if I just hold it and like look at it, I'd be like, damn, I remember blah 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 or whatever. And even just some stuff with like some, you know, girls, right? Like what? So, um, one of my I've never been in a relationship, but like one of these things, like I don't know what you call it, unofficial, right? With the girl, we were kind of like, you know, starting our end of whatever we had, and she gave me like strips of like really thin strips of paper, and she wrote stuff on it, and like five, but they were made into stars and I have no idea how she did it, but she gave them to me as stars and said like you can open them when you get home or something. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy and cool." But they were stars. So when I opened them, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she wrote in the freaking star, bro." So like I still have those and just like, "Damn." And I reminisce about that time. And then there's another thing from my English class, like all the papers I have. There's one assignment where it's like we all had to do a presentation about like things about our life or something about me, things you might not know about me. And after that presentation, you're supposed to like give two people like comment, like our discussion boards that we do for online classes, right? But like in real life, like we did that before it was known for Canvas. So we did that, and I remember like my desk had like so many quote replies, and I kept them, and I was like, when I looked back at them, I was like, dang, I kind of know some of these handwriting and who said it, but like I don't know the other ones. But just reading those like took me back to junior year of English in high school, and like my presentation, and like who else was in that class and what they said in that presentation. Like things like that for me take me back to that time. That's kind of like you texted me not too long ago about the freaking your picture. And then you were saying like, dang bro, like we knew each other, but we're different versions of ourselves now and stuff like that. But yeah.
Dude, yeah. Oh, for the time.
Man. Like it's in that English class too. Um well, her name starts with a J. So J, like I had her for English, and I've known her since 8th grade. And I was just like, I never thought I'd ever cross paths or like become friends or like even anything with this person in my life. And so I had her for English. But now, like, when I see what she's up to, I'm just like, dang, bro. Like, she's living such a different life, and she's such a different person from when I had class with her. And it's like, I'm also such a different person from when she had class with me, you know? And it's like, man, you can never, like, really get that moment back. And you never know what you have until you don't have it anymore, until it's gone, right? I would love to catch up with her, right? But it's just also like, how would it still be like the same stuff like that, right? Would it that feeling of just because we had class together, or would it be the same like because we had class together, that energy is like still the same, you know? Yeah.
Dang.
Is there any topic you wanted to talk about, like specifically or broadly?
Oh yeah.
Mm,
You know how you were saying uh that I had school, church, and work going on?
yeah, you said there was more.
Yeah. So like, um, I have the two schools, right?
Mm,
But at community college, you know how I talked about like, I'm pretty sure I talked to my professor a lot, or like talk about this certain professor that I've had
yeah,
throughout my time there.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I've been getting closer to him, because he's also
Mm.
been giving me advice on like how to make a resume and like internships and
Oh
stuff.
man, yeah.
Yes, I was going into that, which is a whole nother story or a whole nother tangent. But
Uh-huh.
anyways,
It's
so yeah,
okay.
he was helping me with that, and then um a couple of days later, he like emailed me. He was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a student assistant to hire to help me work on my grant stuff." And then he was like, "I know last time we talked, you had a busy schedule, but just wanted to open the opportunity up to you." And then he was like, "Let me know if you're unavailable or not interested, so I can ask the next student." So when I
Mm,
heard that, I was like, "Dang!" So that means he like emailed me specifically, and it wasn't a mass email to like all his students.
yeah.
Um, but like, I mean, I probably wasn't the first person he asked, but still, it was still like a personal, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I took it, which is gonna be like 10 hours a week. He said of time that it would take. So I said yes. So I have the two schools. Now I have that student assistant thing. And at my 4 year, I'm trying
Wow.
to be more involved in the engineering club,
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah.
also started going to the Christian club thing, which I
Mm,
told you that I went today. So I'm
yeah,
probably
you
gonna
went.
go to that, and then there's engineering club, and I still have work, and then I still have church and running the audio visual ministry. So it's like, man, there's like a lot of stuff going on.
Do you ever like has there ever moments where you just stop and like think about everything you're doing and just like really soak it in? Or until it's all over is when you're like, oh, I did all of that.
Can you say that again?
So do you ever when you're in this like busy state of a lot of things, do you ever soak in now what you're doing and like all the things you're doing, or until it's all done and then you're like, dang, I did all of that?
I think I even realized this as like earlier. I was like, man, I'm getting kind of tired of thinking all the time. Like I
Mm.
never just like have my mind off. I feel like the only time my mind is off if I'm like is when I am either like playing video games or on TikTok or like dancing or something. But for the
Uh,
most part, I'm always like thinking and reflecting because there's like times where there's so much time to do it. Like when I'm driving or just like walking on campus or walking to and from the parking structure, which is so
wow,
great as well.
really?
But yeah, I'm always like thinking, or like when I'm getting ready and there's nothing, I'm always just like thinking about, oh, what do I have to do with today? What's going on? What's like bothering me? So I'm pretty good about being in the moment. So to answer your question about like, if I like, I'm conscious of like what I'm doing, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And
Hmm.
then when it's all over, I'm like, man, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I'm just like conscious of it throughout the whole thing.
Hmm. I think I'm the same too. Um, yeah, like now, like I know what I'm doing, but I don't really like think about it. It's more like, oh, I'm doing this and I got to do this, right? Um, when I say like think about it while like you just really sit, like lay in your bed or just like sit in your car and just like, dang, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I can't believe I'm doing that, you know? But I feel like a lot of the times we like do it while it's all done. Kind of like how when you graduate high school and then you just really gotta like soak in that it's all done, you know? And I was just um a lot of times like that too. For me, one of the most prominent ones was like when I would, because mine isn't really about like more so what I'm doing, but like just kind of I'll listen to like a song sometimes. So like do you know songs from the Big Day album by Chance the Rapper or no?
Is that the one with the
Like
CD?
yeah, do you know like some of the songs on there?
Oh yeah.
So there's one, it's called, what is it called?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I
Are you watching TikTok?
Wait, what the hello?
Hello? Are you talking to someone or no?
No, I just like cut out.
Oh, okay, that was weird. But
Wait,
um
wait, did you ask me if I was watching a TikTok?
yeah, I swear like someone else, bro. Maybe it was me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But you're like, do you know songs from the Big Day album? And I was like, oh yeah,
yeah,
all the
yeah.
songs. And then you stopped talking. I was like, hello.
Okay, so but anyway, Big Day, there's a song on there called 5 Year Plan. And I like it's one of those things where you listen to if when you listen to it a lot and then you stop listening to it. So I was listening that to a lot, like probably summer and like fall time when we graduated 2019. And then I was listening it to again, I think like earlier this summer or something like that. And it sat in my room and it's like the same place where I listened to it, in 2019. And then I was just like, the first time hearing it around, I was just like thinking about all that happened in 2019, but like in the moment now and like in my room and like, damn, like I was sitting there, I was laying in my bed in 2019 thinking about that. But now I'm thinking about this, and it's just like so those are the more of the moments where that happens to me. Um in like song because like a lot of my thinking moments are associated with songs. And when I'm like going through something, I listen to a song a lot, and then like when I'm not going through it anymore or whatever. So when I listen to it again years later, it's like, dang, and you think about all the stuff you were going through then. Like, for me, it was like, I miss all my friends, or like I'm starting college, and then debut practice and stuff like that, right? So listening to it now, I was like, that's all I had before. Like that's all I was thinking about. But now it's like, dang, I'm my fourth year, and like I changed majors, and now I need to trying to leave or this and that, and I want to do music and stuff like that. And it's just like those are moments that hit me more um, after a lot of like soaking in. Really, I think for me
Mm.
is when I notice it. Like I could sit and soak something, but I notice it's more prominent when it's tied to like memories of a song. I think for me. So yeah.
Do certain songs give you like the feeling of certain times in your life? In your life?
Yeah, I remember Emily. She tweeted or she said on her Insta one time was just like, it's crazy how songs can really take you back in time. And in the time in that moment, I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, bruh, like that never happens to me. So like that doesn't mean it ever happened. And then I'm so dumb for like thinking that because
You
like
said that never happens.
yeah, so like in that moment, I was like, that never happens, bruh. Like what? So I'm there being so like naive because it hasn't happened to me yet, right? And I didn't believe in it and whatever. Because I always like all the songs I'd listen to are kind of just like repeat, and like because if you replay songs every year, it's obviously not going to take you back because you carry it with you. So, and it hit me one day when I listened to like "Move Along" by all. Oh, I'm being too loud. Hold on, I'm gonna close my door. Sorry, mom. I didn't realize I was talking that loud. Um, but yeah, so like "Move Along" by All American Rejects. I listened to it and it's a throwback song. But for me, I was like, dang, this is when we would always play this song at like Christmas or something at like all our parties when we were playing Rock Band upstairs in our cousin's room. And like that's when I had all my family together. And nowadays we don't even get to see each other and stuff. That's when that hit me. And I was like, oh, Emily was right. And I was so wrong and so like naive. So yeah. Yeah.
So it's a was it 5 year plan that gives you throwback feeling?
Was it what?
5 year plan is the song that gives you that throwback feeling.
Yeah. Especially because like some of the lyrics in that song, like toward the end where it's not Chance who's saying it, it's the guy who plays his dad is saying it. When I was in high school or like just finished high school listening to that, the lyrics are like, time has come to be who you are, and it's like um he like repeats that. I want to look it up. I'm gonna look it up real quick because it is pretty good what he says. Your plan lyrics. He says, "Time has come to be who you are. Take it all in, take it all in." And he says that over again. He says, "Know who you are, know who you are. Time has come, take it all in." Obviously, in like a singing way, but those are the words for it. And like after graduating, I was trying to freaking take it all in, bro. I was trying to be like, I'm done. And like I was sad during that time because like um knowing who I was is such a hard thing in high school that like I I was in a place where people have told me like they're worried for me and like what's going to happen to me after high school because they know how like emotionally connected I am and like uh quote reliant on people in high school and just like that energy and just like people being there for me. And like hearing that after graduating was kind of like this is a time of like I have to learn how to be by myself and stuff like that and like go through that. And hearing that song years later, like this year, I was like, I made it, bro. It's like and now what those lyrics mean to me is like the time has come to be who I am because like I was so worried in 2019 that I wouldn't, be able to be who I am. But now, um, I am able to be who I am. And like, I've learned a lot in the last 4 years or three really of like the importance of just taking the time to do what you need to do and like, um, figure yourself out really. That whole phrase is such a broad thing when you're in high school, but like once you like I'm pretty sure even us right now, we know we figured out a portion of our life, but eventually we're gonna keep saying to figure it out. But like for the most part, we have learned at least and understood what it actually means because we took the time to be with ourselves and like know what we want and know what we don't want and things like that. So it's like, yeah, I look at that now and just be like, yeah, the time came, and even now, it's still here for me. It is my time to shine. And what is the John Cena song? It's like, my time is up, my time is now. Yeah, something like that.
What is it time for you?
It's time to, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just know it's my time to do something, right? I think that's another thing I try to, in terms of figuring out, is like now I know what I like and stuff, but what do I want to focus on? Because like I know that I like to edit videos, I know I like to make music, I know I like to dance, I like to draw still. Um, I like to I just learned recently how I love or I like taking apart things and like trying to fix them, like laptop. I replaced my laptop keyboard not too long ago, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, it's cool. I can fix stuff, just like learn how to fix it. So I was like, what do I want to devote my time to now? I'm not sure. It's always been music. Like, for sure, I want to freaking do music, but I always end up going back to dancing somehow. Like, in free time after class, like, I go to the spot and then like dance. And then even lately, I've been like, oh, like maybe I could like try breaking again, and try to like get more muscle, do a spider freeze. Um, but yeah,
So there's like, what's like the number one thing that you're leaning towards?
building towards what?
What's the number one thing that like you're leaning towards in terms of like
Oh, leaning
what it's
toward.
time for?
It's always been school. Like even when I didn't want to do it, like when I was a first and second year, it's always been like I want to focus on school too. Um, but that's really big right now, just because my parents are still like, "Why are you still there?" They're like, "Aren't you supposed to be like 2 years?" Even though we know why, like and it's fine if it's not, but that pressure too is just like I want to be able to like, yeah, I'm moving on with my life. But I am enjoying it more there now, like because we talked about too how are we gonna miss this place when we leave or whatever, and like I'm only just starting to enjoy it, like especially that after class time, and like I feel more comfortable in that spot where I dance compared to when I was a first year and all like people are judging me and I can feel it, and like now I'm like I don't care, like walk, just keep walking, bro, like
This is
go.
my school.
Yeah, I think it was the same in high school where I had more confidence as a senior because I was there for so long already, and like I don't care, you know. It's the environment thing and how long you've been there, relationship. But yeah,
So is he gonna start over after you transfer?
probably like I'm gonna be a transfer student again and be like, people are judging me and I can feel them judging me, bro. But that's like the thing I want to get over. And like live that. Like I watched an anime. It's called Real Life. Um, and I don't want to ruin the plot if you plan to watch it somehow, but basically he like gets to live high school again, and he's like a third, like he's been working a job and stuff, but like he gets to live high school again and stuff like that. And there's a part where he says like, oh, like my life is gone because ever since I got this job or what or something, and I wish I could be the high school version of me again. And when he like becomes the high school version of himself, he is the high school version of himself again. And then like when he goes back to being the adult version, it's like the guy who like got him to become that again, like take him back in time. He's saying like you can always be the high school version of yourself. You can always be this version of yourself, right? So when I watched that, I was like, dang, I really could be that every day. Or, I could be that if I really wanted to. So I try to do that when last year came around, I think, in that fall.
This sounds like the plot to 17 again.
Hmm?
This sounds like the plot to 17 again.
It probably is the same because I never watched that movie, so I don't know. But
What?
yeah, dude, I don't watch stuff like yeah,
Tragic.
I know. I'll probably watch it. Is it on Disney? Is it a Disney thing?
I don't know. It's Zac Efron.
Yeah, but I'll try to
Yeah, I
watch it
don't
if I
know.
can. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me flip it to you. If you have any songs that are very deeply
Ooh.
connected to you, or and then like about the college stuff. Forgot what you asked
Yeah.
me one, but yeah.
There's so the first one that comes to mind is "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
Really?
It reminds me of elementary school.
Wait, hold on. I want to double check that we are streaming real quick. It's stuck. Door stuck. Oh, okay. We're
Just
good.
end of the
Sorry.
stream.
No. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, but that song, when I hear that song, man, elementary school, and just like certain songs, obviously, like give me like like a G6 or like Black Eyed Peas, certain Black Eyed Peas songs. Like those give me hella nostalgia. But like for some reason, Party in the USA just I don't know, it hits so hard. Um, and then throughout high school, all the high school songs like the trend like Whip, um, just like Running Man, like all
Oh,
those.
Running Man, dude. J.S. Mira 2016 spring dance thing. And then, like,
Yeah,
oh,
or like the
man.
showcase songs, like those remind me of that time.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Dude,
yeah,
you're
dude,
right, though.
freshman year showcase, bro.
Oh, dude, that was the best. I'm sorry. It was the best because, like, there was, like, nothing to it and we were just dancing, you know? But, like, yeah.
But, like small tangent, but freshman year showcase hits hard because it was like the first like experience, and then it's like I don't know, it just hit super hard. And then senior year showcase, that one song we did,
Which one?
the
Good old
I
days?
forget. Yeah,
Yeah, I did
that
that one.
song. Yeah, that song and like that whole set. I forgot what was what did Emily do?
She did I Swear I Lived. I don't know the title. It's One Republic. Ah, I did it all. Ah, I did it all. I've opened my thoughts I know many places, the things that I did, and every broken bone. I swear I live. That one. She did that one.
Oh yeah. So like that like last set of songs in both senior and freshman year, those hit for like it's hit
Oh
so hard.
man.
And senior year obviously because like we're seniors and it's like the last. But I think
Yeah.
that was I think showcase was I don't remember. I think it was after pop show. I think for choir.
Oh.
So I think it was the
Yeah, for you
last
guys.
performance, like the actual last performance. But even if it
Mm,
wasn't like senior year, I didn't have that much of an attachment to choir as much as I did in the past. So the end of Dance Club was definitely a lot more sentimental. But
mm-hmm.
anyways, also Logic. I listened to so much Logic in like sophomore year, and sophomore year I was taking the bus a lot. So then I would listen to
Mm.
Logic, or every time I take the bus, I would listen to Logic. So when I listen to the Everyday album, I just I
Uh,
just remember walking to the bus stop on like
yeah.
yeah. As long as
Dude.
it's a street, the specific street and stuff.
Um, for me, Logic is like my 2019 summer because that's when like I think I was listening to like the Bobby Tarantino too, like and his new stuff, and I was like, I want to hear some of his old stuff because people keep talking about it. And then when I heard it, I was like, yo, this is fire. Like I do want the old Bobby. Like, and then that's when I got into all the mixtapes and stuff, and then I binged his like Under Pressure, and then like incredible true story. I want to go back to we were just talking about it, showcase and stuff. The last performance ever, and then you talked about Logic. I forgot, bruh. Dang it.
Showcase.
Oh no, I just wanted to make a comment to feature me and you if we ever listen to this. Alvin said one time, oh, I think I was sending you like a lot of Logic stuff, and then you're like, hey man, like I don't really listen to Logic anymore. And then I was like, all right. And then like I did like a uncheck Alvin from sending stuff to Logic list or something. Yeah.
I'm gonna look back at how I worded it. But it's because I like listen to his new like everything past. I think it's Young Sinatra, but let me double check. Check his discography. Everything after No Pressure. So he released his like Bobby. Oh no, yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
Santana 3 and his Young Sinatra collection, which I know is like old songs ish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you did
Yeah.
listen to the Young Sinatra collection?
No, I listened to Young Sinatra 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That one.
But I didn't listen to Supermarket. And then yeah, after No Pressure is like the last like album I was like really into. And then I think I there's certain songs that I don't really like. I'm never like, oh, I listen to this song. It's like only specific songs. It's like one of them is like Lost in Translation. I really love that one. Bobby or like
Yeah, I like
100
Bobby because you
miles and
told me that
running.
one is.
Yeah, and I talk to my friends about Logic, and then they're either indifferent or they're like, nah, I don't really like into it or never got into it, or they're like, bro,
Yeah.
what Logic? And like they
Yeah,
don't like them.
it's so sad.
Yeah. But then now all my like indifferent friends are like, bro, 100 miles and running. They're like just that song only. They really like that song.
It's like the mainstream stuff, right? Because like that's what they only know. I feel like it's because like that's the difference of like listening to an artist like in full versus like having heard that one song, right? And that's why like nowadays when someone wants me to like get into an artist, like I want to take the time to binge like their whole discography because it's out of like respect and not to judge the artist on that one song that your friend wants you to listen to. Yeah. Uh Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say again, bruh. It happens too much. Dang. I forgot, bruh. It's gone. Um
Was it Logic or Showcase related?
it was Logic related. But
Oh shoot, I was looking at the
mm,
how I said like, oh, I don't really listen to Logic anymore.
oh yeah. What was it? Or do you have it?
Oh yeah. So like you sent me.
It's like a post of his or something.
Yeah, I think I said something about like. Oh, you asked me if I listened to Vinyl Days, which I didn't, and
Oh
then
yeah.
I said TBH. I don't think I'm as big of a Logic fan as I used to be, and I said like I only like the stuff that I've liked. I haven't really heard anything new slash recent that I like. And then you put like asterisk removes Alvin from talk about Logic friends list.
So stupid. Oh yeah, I think it was just like how after No Pressure, like even for me, it took me a while to like actually just listen to Vinyl Days. I didn't like a lot of the songs. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. It was how like a lot of the stuff that you listen to and like for me too that I listen to and the stuff that I liked and some songs I didn't or songs that we both know like Young Jesus and like 44 more or 44 bar or yeah 44 more, stuff like that, like we both know. um but like Vinyl Days is kind of like, this is him doing what he loves. Oh my gosh, I remember everything I want to say. This is him doing what he loves, and like we heard him and liked him for things that he also loved at the time, but like now, the way that he wants to change what he's doing and things like that, and we're also changing what we like to listen to and things we don't like to listen to. And it also goes back to just like the mixtape stuff and people loving his old mixtapes. I still love the sound of it, the hunger, and like I love listening to that because like I love listening to a lot of artists' first albums and stuff because like for me that's where I am, and I want to like listen to music that relates to me in the moment, so that like when I get there, or what, whatever it is, I can look back and be like, yeah, that was my first, and be like, I was listening to their first, as like inspo. um yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. I want to go back earlier too. Do you have anything you want to say or like talk about?
Um, Nothing comes to mind, but you already have a topic, so go ahead.
It was because you asked me about like how music, because I was talking about like 2019 and stuff like that, and then, like that graduated somewhere, and like memories of those songs. So I don't know exact question earlier that you asked me, but my question for you is like, are there prominent songs or albums that like stuck to you for a specific reason? Like for me, Chance's Coloring Book. Like I prominently remember cleaning my room a lot to that album, and like summer or like 2019 and stuff specifically. Um Griff. I was listening, that's when I first found out about Griff in 2019. So like for you, is there, we literally just talked about it, but like just for logic. So but like is there any other artist that you have for a specific time in your life that stands out a lot?
You said artist, album, or song?
Either, yeah, anything.
Um, I mean, yeah, everybody. Sophomore year taking the bus. And then just ever since 2015, King's Kaleidoscope has been consistent. Have I
Mm.
ever showed you one of the songs, recommended a song from King's Kaleidoscope?
Yeah,
Or have you ever even heard me talk about them?
I no, I have, because I remember us texting about this. I think I even asked you. It was just like, what's one song you would something like represent you or something, and I even asked you to put a song in my Spotify playlist, like talking to Keb about life or something. But I think it was the same song that you recommended to me in the playlist, and then when we were texting separately, it is a King's Kaleidoscope song, I believe. It might be like Once Life, something like that. What is the song that you would
Would
say?
it be Grace Alone?
I don't know. I have to check. I'm gonna check Spotify right now, real quick, because I know it is. There is a song on there for that time that I asked you. But yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
Um, yeah, Kings has been like a consistent. Um, Crafted Child for sure. Like
Mm.
their first album was like my most listened to whenever the year came out, because I would always listen to it, and like on the way to work when I used to work at Chick-fil-A, that
Oh
like I would
man.
that reminds me of Chick-fil-A. So like every time I'd go to Chick-fil-A, go to work. So like when I go to work, I'd play like the fun upbeat songs, and then when I'd close, and then on the way home, I'd play all this like the mellow and like more somber songs, just like every time, like routinely. And now, or not now, but like recently they released a new album, so I've been listening to that a lot. I
Okay,
mean, I'm
okay.
still listening to it a lot, but not as much as I have been. So I'm definitely on the decline of how much I listen to it. Musicals. So like Hamilton came out during quarantine, so listening to that a lot. And then when started when stuff started opening up, In the Heights movie came out, so I was listening to In the Heights.
Oh yeah,
And
that looked good.
yeah, it's good. Um, and then I have my system is weird. It used to be really good, but now it's like kind of cluttered. But my Spotify playlist, like it used to be categorized into uh playlists, right? So my first ever playlist was called Jams and
Oh yeah,
Vibe.
yeah, yeah,
And that was on like my brother's account when I used to like preload off of him.
yeah.
And then I got my own account and then I was like, I think it's time for a new set because like at a certain point you're just adding too many songs. So I
Oh yeah,
made
yeah.
Jams 2.0 and Vibes 2.0. And so I
Oh,
have those
that's why
songs.
it's 2.0.
Yeah. So then those like songs in itself give me like memories from that specific time. And then I thought it was time for a new album, but I didn't think Vibes 2.0 fit it. So I was like, oh man, these are like they're
Is
not like
this
vibes, they're like
where
bops.
what
So
I
this is
think
where
when it comes in?
jalapeno boppers came in.
Yo.
Yeah. So I haven't made an
Uh,
album in a while, but I've just been liking songs. And before I would only like songs if I was like, I don't think they're album or playlist worthy, but I like them. But
yeah.
maybe they might be playlist worthy if I like keep listening to it. So at first it was very selective of like, okay, I'm only gonna like songs that like have potential. But then it got to a point where now my liked songs is 160 songs, and it's like when you like it, it's in chronological order. So
Oh yeah.
like it's in order. So then like if I go through the list, it's like memory lane of like, oh, I was into this and then this and this and this.
Oh yeah. It's very Spotify makes it very sentimental because they even tell you like when you added it and stuff. And that's like what I
They
love about it
do?
too. Yeah. On
Wait,
the
how?
freaking um
Oh,
if you're on
rewind?
PC. No, if you're on PC you can see. Also, I don't know if Aaron's still here, but can you say hi to Aaron? I don't know if he's still here, but he said, wow, I finally made it to a Clevin stream. I used to play Valorant with him a lot. Not a lot, but I did play Valorant with him. Uh
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
in because we're live right now, right? So
What do you mean we're live?
we're live. This is a live podcast.
Wait, what? On what?
Yeah, on YouTube.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
This is
Um.
live on YouTube right now?
Yeah. And then he just said not a lot, so he's still here. And yeah, it's true. I did not play a lot, but we did play Valorant together.
Wait, what
Um.
the frick?
Oh yeah, dude.
What do I search up to find this? Kevin
Scholar, and then Z after. I think it should be hopefully.
Scholars?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
what?
scholars.
Oh
Is
my
it these?
god. Dude, that's
Is it working?
yeah, this is live.
Yeah, right. It says fall check in 2022, right?
Whoa, this is trippy.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, I gotta do it like this. I can't record a whole VOD. I don't got storage for it. Because this is what I figured. I used to stream like, stuff for hours. I was like, yeah, F it, dude. We'll just do it like this. So um yeah, so I think let me stream to you. Oh, you won't see it. But basically if you're on the desktop version of Spotify, if you go to a playlist, you can see the date added. And the song that you added to my Spotify playlist that I asked you to is most of it King's Kaleidoscope.
Oh,
Um
most of it. Yeah,
that
that's a
was
good one too.
June 22, 2021, dude. So yeah, it's crazy.
Also a banger.
But yeah.
Dang. So I could like go back and watch this like tomorrow.
You could, yeah. That's also why like see like this wasn't initially like oh yeah we're gonna advertise Spotify and stuff. This is just like for us, kind of basically.
Yeah.
Um, because like when I streamed a lot, I didn't know that like how cool it was to like just look back at VODs and like Twitch deletes VODs after months or like a month or something. So I was like, dang, that sucks. That's why I moved to YouTube now too, to stream games. But like back then, I saved some highlights and stuff, and I just like it's so nostalgic. And like this doesn't take space, like, and then I could like unlist it, and it's there, but it's not public or whatever. So yeah, I thought it was cool. Like, we have our phone calls and those are private, and we get to be more in detail. But this is more of just like a capsule, a time capsule. So yeah.
Do you think like if I, because I didn't even know you were alive.
Really?
Yeah, what if I like just said something super like insanely personal? Would you have been like, "Hey, bro, this is live"?
Actually, like earlier, you did slip, and I don't think you caught yourself. You said the community college school name, and
Oh, I
then
did.
yeah, and
I
then
mean,
and then later
I
you're
don't
like,
care.
and then later you're like, so you said it, and then like in a sentence later you're like, yeah. So then at like the community college versus the 4 year, I was like, oh, this guy didn't even notice. Said it,
I don't
but
remember.
it's okay. Like honestly, I don't care. It was more of a like if we wanted to keep it that way, but it's fine too. Even in the
Okay.
in the video you helped me film, right? I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, people aren't gonna know what school it is. But then the very last take we have, there's a campus car on the left side, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
But that's if people really like pay attention. So I was like, dang, it's there too. So yeah, I've been more trying to keep that on an ideal when it comes to videoing and like things like this. But yeah, anyway, how we get here? Talking about songs but yeah.
yeah. Then you said something about Aaron, and I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like,
it's so
how,
random. I'm like, who's Aaron?
what are you talking about? Yeah. Shout out homie AA Row. We didn't play a lot, but
Yeah.
you were a good homie. Thank you, AA Run. Thank you. But yeah, this is the man Alvin that we're talking to right now. Um, but yeah. So, oh, is there anything else you were wanted to talk about in terms of music? Because you were talking about King's Kaleidoscope, and then like any stuff, anything else?
Um, music. I
Or
think it's cool. I think I wish I knew how to play an instrument. And I was actually talking to my professor about it
mm,
because he has like a 2 year old. So he was talking about how like he himself wants to play piano, but he also wants his son to play piano. But then
mm,
I was like, oh, like piano lessons, like for you and your son. But then he was like, well, I don't really care. And then he said like the piano lessons. If he said he would consider giving his son piano lessons. But then I
mm,
was like, well, what if he doesn't like it? Would you force him to play or would you let him quit? Because personally, I took piano lessons and I really wish and I didn't like it, so I quit. And my parents
mm.
let me, but I really wish my parents like forced me to like, nah, dude,
Really?
you'll thank us later. Because now like I wish I stuck with it and I would have been like super good at piano.
Yeah. What'd your professor say?
He had the same dilemma about like it's one of those things where he'll probably hate him or like not hate, but like dislike him for it. But when he gets older, he'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, I've been trying to like in music. I really like drums. So at like church, that's the only place where there's like I have access to a drum set. I just like
Mm,
mess around with it. It's freaking
yeah.
hard. Like even though like I dance and like I'm pretty coordinated, drums is like a whole different thing.
Yeah, it is. Cause your foot, like the foot pedal, and then like, like where your arm is gonna
Yeah.
hit next and stuff like that. Yeah. That brings me to um one, like, well, I just wanted to comment on the forcing thing because like I look at some like athletes and stuff, and even at the place I'm quote working at right now for the dance thing, like I think too, like if they wanted to be in there or their parents just put them in, kind of thing, because this is, studio and there's a lot of kids in it. Um, and it makes me think about like athletes and like people like Olympians. Like, did they want to do that? Because for sure, when you see those videos of them training as kids, like their parents put them there, right? And had their parents not forced them or kept them in and like, persuaded them to stay, they had not been an Olympian or they had not been a champion in whatever sport, right? Um, so yeah, that was one. But two was more of the when you talked about that's the only place that has drums. I remember at 13, my cousin's room, the very first room that I would post Instagram videos with when they were only 15 seconds long. Um, it was the only room that had like a mirror and the only place that I felt like I could be myself and like dress like all the cool people I watch on the internet and like be a dancer. So like on Saturdays, every Saturdays I'd dress up and like go there and pretend like I was one of those YouTube people I'd watch. And I look back on those videos and I'm like, damn, bro, like it's nostalgic enough where it makes sense why I did that. But and this also goes back to earlier how I say like I listen to artists' like first albums a lot and like to hear how they sounded like because like in 2013 when I was doing those videos, um, it was like the beginning, And nowadays I do still film and stuff, but it's more like it became a casual thing and it wasn't like oh, I'm gonna dress up on Saturday and this is what I'm gonna wear. And now it's more of just like because I went through that at the very beginning, um, it's enough to where I've been um, what's the word? Equipped enough with what I learned through all those Saturdays and things like that to what I do now. So yeah, I think with you and what if you want to keep pursuing, if you want to try to do piano, when you have a piano or whatever, wherever it is, you gotta keep doing that so that like it leads up to when you fully are able to do that yourself. Because some people they'll invest right away and be like, oh, I got it. But sometimes the hunger of like not having it, like if you wanted to do drums and you don't have a drum set, and like that place is the only place where you have drums, you're more hungry for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the hunger when you don't have something is like sometimes more fueling than when you do have it. So yeah, that's what I want to say about that.
But you said when you don't have it, it's more fueling.
Yeah, you want it more because you don't have the tools yet, and then you're gonna like use everything you can because you want to do it so badly. Versus people who like let's say music, like people or like when streaming, a lot of people had like a lot of people I knew had like they bought mics and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna stream, this and that. And then they wouldn't stream as much, obviously like work and stuff, but like they invested into all the equipment for a stream, but weren't streaming as much. And I invested like $20 into a mic and I was streaming like a lot back then because I could. Um, and that's what I mean is like, you know, how much you invest or like it's also about how hungry you are to achieve your goal and stuff. Like I just make music from a microphone, iPhone microphone, you know, and other people do have mics and stuff, and they do have it, but I'm hungry enough where this is enough for me, and I can make it work through that. So yeah, yeah, that's what I mean by that analogy. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. Is there anything? Oh, I have to read still, actually. But is there anything, or do you gotta go anytime soon? Do you want to wrap it up?
I'm chilling. I'm good with however you're feeling.
All right, for sure. Uh, Aaron said, shout out to Clevinator. I'm gonna see you later, Clevin. Got out of work to go play Roblox. He's gone now, but I just want to point that out. He lives in the city of casinos and where you went for freaking Silk Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? Or
dude, it's been I was telling you, man. Waiting too long. My memory's not.
Is now he's gone.
He's gone. The vibes are gone. It's like, bro, I told you. Did I ever tell you?
No, that's why I was just like,
Yeah, because you were like saving for the pod, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now it's what, like I think, 2 months post?
I think I was like, write it down because you're like, oh, dude, I got so many things I want to tell you about Silk Sonic. And I'm like, yeah, you should write it down while we do a podcast. And then I never got around to the podcast.
Like when I
But yeah.
went.
What do you remember? Or like, what is the in a nutshell version if you
Oh
can't
shoot!
remember?
I went August 16, which is a month ago.
Yeah, that's not 2 months ago, bro.
Feels like it though. So much has happened.
That's what busy schedules do to you.
Yeah. All
Um,
right, dude. Vegas. Shoot. So that was like my first without my parents. So it was literally
mm,
just like my peers,
yeah.
just like living it up. Yeah. So we stayed at a hotel, which was like shout out Caitlin because Caitlin like pretty much got us a hotel for free because of like her
Hmm.
parents like points. So like we didn't have to pay for the hotel, and the hotel was like really nice. They gave us like big rooms. So there was
Hmm.
like 20 of us, and we split it. So we had two rooms. So like
10
girls'
and
room, guys'
10.
room.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was really nice. Like we just like hung out the whole day, had breakfast, like went out and just like
Mm-hmm.
we was just around each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice. Uh, but before that, the drive there was like I think like 4 hours to drive there,
Yeah.
three
Or
or 4 hours. That was the longest I ever drove. Like on the way there, we split it,
oh, you
and on the
drove.
way, yeah, and on the way
Dang.
back, I like so I started the drive, and then I switched to my brother on the way there, and we did the
Hmm.
same thing. But then I was like, it was like the 2 hour mark hit, and I was like, I'm not that tired. I think I could go all the way. So then
Oh
I made it like a
no.
mission to like do
No.
that 4 hour drive, and I did it. But before
Mm.
that, my longest I ever drove was like to LA, which was like not even an hour.
Mm.
So it was like pretty sick that I was able to do that.
That's sick.
Um, but yeah, we got there and then went to the concert, which was freaking the best ever. Like nothing is ever gonna top that. They were so good.
Dang.
It was a vibe, and especially the no phone thing. Like
Oh,
you're super. Do you know that you can't use your phone?
how come Ari had like vids of it though? Like,
Not of the concert itself.
oh, my bad. I'm thinking of when she went to see Olivia Rodrigo, I think, or
Oh
someone else.
yeah.
But
So
yeah, okay.
at Silk Sonic, you put your phone in a pouch, and you know those like black circle tags they have at like clothes stores where you need like a special machine to take it off.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they do
Oh,
that,
that's how the pouch is enclosed, so you can't like do anything. So literally, if there's an emergency, like you get an
dude.
emergency text, you wouldn't know.
That's the only thing that I'm like worried about, about. But like,
Yeah,
I
it,
understand for
it,
the vibe, yeah. But like, that's kind of
it's
scary.
it's only like 2 hours only though, so it wasn't like a super long show. Like they didn't have any like openers or anything. They just got like
Oh, okay, yeah.
straight to the point, which was like so
Wow.
good. And they played like they have like a. I'm pretty sure they have a script, like the dialogue and like the flow of the show, and it's like
Hmm.
so smooth and like so well done. Like overall, like the best show ever.
Like
Um,
the vibe you're explaining to me right now actually reminds me of I saw a trailer for Chance's like he had like a documentary about his wonder magnificent coloring world, I think.
mhm.
And they kind of did the same thing where they took his fans to like a place and like they didn't know what was happening, but they all realized like they were all Chance fans on the bus and stuff. I was like, that's really cool experience, but like just saying yes, even though you didn't know what the heck was happening, right? And they just take you to freaking Chance concert and you didn't know what was gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
but like the no phone thing for sure, yeah. That's like really cool.
And then I have like pictures of me wearing glasses, but one of the frames is out, and it's because I was wearing sunglasses. But then like, and during the concert, I just put it like I hooked it onto my like shirt, like you know how you put
Mm,
like one of the frame things
yeah,
in your
yeah.
shirt, so it just things. Well, I was just like dancing and vibing that I ended up like being too like energetic to where it came off, and then I was like mid jump and I stepped on my glasses, so that's how the frame
Oh,
came off.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a testament to how
Oh,
great it was.
vibes.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me in high school, with the shades. It was the like triplet day or something. And me, all the Kevins, me, Kev and Kev. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then like we're supposed to wear shades. I put mine in like my front pocket, like not in, but like hooked in the pocket. And I was walking around campus, and then like when we took the picture, I was like, guys, one of my freaking things is out, right? And I lost it. So then I popped out the other one, and then I wore it like that. And then that's how it became like a thing where I wore that around campus too. It was like I didn't have the freaking it was like an eye patch glasses thing. Or there's only one, but yeah. Dang.
A monocle.
Yeah, but a full frame of glasses. Well, it sounded like you had fun, I believe.
Yeah. That was only like a third of the trip too. Like the next day,
Oh yeah, huh?
um,
Yeah, you guys stayed for a while.
yeah, like two nights. Yeah, 3 days,
Mm,
2 nights. The next day we went to like we didn't know what we were gonna do. We just woke up and we were like, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this, but we ended up deciding
yeah.
on going to Frick. I forgot what it was called. It's like
To freak?
Megamart? Omega
Oh,
Mart. Omega Mart. Have you heard of that?
feel like I have. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So they
Oh, I
call
think
it
I
a
saw the
visual
pics.
experience.
Is it huge?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's like it looks like a store, but then there's like a whole like plot behind it, which I didn't really get into. I was just kind of just looking at the visuals and whatnot. I don't want to like spoil it if you ever go, but it's
Mm,
pretty trippy and it's a good time. But we went there, got some cool pics and videos, and we went to a buffet where I had crab legs for the first time, which is it's all right. Shrimp is still better. Um, but then yeah, that's pretty much that whole day. And then the next day, what did we do? Actually, yeah. Other than that, we just like that's pretty much the main highlights. But just being able to spend 3 days without having the usual like school or work, and just being around like your friends and peers, even without like parents or just like any like
mm,
authoritative figure. It's like I don't know, it's a vibe, and I want to
mm,
go on like I'd want to go on trips with my friends more because of that.
mm. Dang. This takes me to a question. Kind of try to relate it into that where earlier I was out taking the trash and then I just heard birds. And then I looked at the birds and I felt so pleased. Um, like I was like, oh, that's enough, you know? And I feel like with me, oh, this also goes back to like earlier when you're talking about like when you reflect and stuff, walk into the parking lot and stuff like that. Um, I really, for me, like walking to my car, or whatever, I just look at around me a lot. So for you, I'm gonna try to relate it to your experience where is there, it doesn't have to be from your experience, but is there like moments where something happens and you're like, that is enough for me right now in life? Um, like even if you were out in Vegas, like if you were just chilling in the room and like you're around your people, like was that enough kind of thing? So yeah.
Enough like satisfied.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, maybe at the moment it feels like enough, or like I'm just like appreciating the moment for what it is. But
Mm,
obviously, it's like just in the moment. Like I don't think anything is ever satisfying, just because I don't know. We're always left with wanting more. But
yeah.
for like for the moment, for in the moment type of stuff, yeah, it was nice.
Mm. All right. Well, I want to wrap it up soon because we have been going for an hour and a half now.
For
I think
sure. Is
it's
there
a
any topics
good
you
amount.
wanted to cover?
I'm out of juice right now, but there's one thing I want to do before we end. But yeah, what about you? Do you have anything else you want to or not?
Um, I mean, I could go into the whole like internship thing and stuff, but I don't know.
Up to you
Might be past that part of the pod.
if you want. It's up to you, man. You know, it could be whatever you want it to be. It's DaVinCast, bruh.
Have you looked into like internships or anything of that sort, or like resume type stuff?
Oh my gosh, actually, like now that you bring it up, like didn't say this earlier, but you were talking about the interns and stuff like that, and I was like, yo, I gotta apply to go to where you're at right now in
Ah,
October. And
yeah.
then I was just thinking about like, dang, I gotta like do the resume or not resume, like letter of recommendation, I think, if I can or whatever.
I don't think you
And
need that.
oh, okay, well, but yeah, like you talking about how close you were with your professor and things like that. I've seen it with like one kid in my bio class last year, and then like that is something that I'm gonna like be stumbling upon soon, and something that I have to like do something about, you know? That's all I really wanted to say, but I have not really looked into it yet. I just know that I have to apply next month, um, and I have no idea if I need to do anything else. My friend told me about like financial aid, kind of, or applying for a grant at that school at the donut,
Mm.
co-word the donut, but you know, but yeah, there's I don't know. That's all I have to really worry about. But then I get so drowned in, focused in on that. Oh, I gotta do the essay, and then I'm gonna forget about like all this other important stuff. Just
Essay?
like how, yeah, because most of my classes are like essays and stuff like that. Really,
Oh,
yeah. So around that time too, probably is when I'm gonna get hit with like a lot of midterm or first essay ones. Um, and I know me. So even right now, not just like the transferring stuff, but even just like I want to be part of the school club activities, you know, like how what you said about, you know, your things. And like I just be like, I'm just stay home today. Like I get the message or like the event. I'm like, I should just stay home or, you know. Um, but yeah. I feel like when I do go there though, that the noon hour thing for the club thing, that sounds really like helpful, even though you can only go to just one club, but still. But yeah.
yeah. I mean, they'll send you emails to your school email about like relevant clubs, but if you really want to join a specific club, you gotta like find it on Instagram because that's how I found out about the dance stuff and the Christian stuff.
Oh,
But like all the like
dang,
engineering club meetings, they're sent to my email because they know that I'm that major.
dang. That's crazy. I follow some of those clubs and I'm not even in that school yet.
Also, like the transferring process thing, it's actually a lot more straightforward than I thought it was
Okay.
gonna be. It's pretty much just as long as you have the right classes, you should be fine. Other than that, it's just like typing it out and just telling them, hey, these are the classes I took. I meet these requirements, and you submit. There's nothing. It's all objective and like just submitting facts. You're not like saying
Mm,
there's no like personal statement like, oh, I want to go to this school because of this, or like I think
okay.
I'm yeah. It's all just like these are the classes I took. I have this GPA, and then it's like they'll accept you based off of your record.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Because I remember you, I remember last year, you were telling me about like, oh yeah, I put this out to like the last minute, now I'm doing it, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bruh. Do you remember?
Was it last? Oh yeah, it was last
You're
minute.
like doing it like very like late at night, but like early morning, like one or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which looking back, like I mean, I have seasons of procrastination and seasons of like getting it done really like on time or like early.
Hmm.
That was just one of those like of procrastinating for no reason too. I think it's when I get in my head about like this is gonna suck doing this or it's gonna be hard.
Oh
But
yeah,
for that
definitely.
specifically, it was so like easy. I could have just done it so fast.
I have seasons of relaxation. Like the last week, I was indulging in like old video games and just being nostalgic again. And then like this last couple days, I've been like, been on top of it, making my bed and like, cleaning up the room again and whatever. And I'm like, yep, this is me now. But like in that moment of indulging, I'd be like, damn, I'm in my childhood and this and that,
Yeah.
Um, okay, well, I'm out of juice of topics. Is there anything else you got or no?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so this end bit segment, I thought of it earlier while we were talking. It's like what do you want to say when your future self sees this, or something you want to say that you hope you achieve, or something that like you want to do, or just a message to your future self, whether it
Like,
be future meaning December or future whatever. I'm just thinking more so of near future, not far future, just near future.
okay. Okay, well, before I answer that, like,
Hmm.
it's like hella vlogs at school. Are you like, do you ever watch those back, or like, are you gonna make a
I,
video of it or something, or like?
I heard hella vlogs and then something school.
Oh yeah, so you made hella vlogs in high school,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like just curious of like the vlogs that I'm in, like if I ever said anything, like, or I don't know, like just
Oh my
like
gosh.
I'm curious to what I
I want to
said
pull up.
in general and what I said to like myself, my future self.
Wait, if I have some on my computer right now, I'll pull it up for you because I maybe do and maybe don't. But in terms of like what you said, wait, what are you saying? Things that you said and what
Or
you're curious?
just like the things that I did in your vlogs, like just in general, and also if I ever, I'm pretty sure I did, if I ever said something to my future self, which is me currently right
Oh,
now.
dude, the one when we talked in spring on my phone, I have that. I think you were like, to the future, whatever. This is us in college or something like that. You said that
Yeah,
recently in spring, but I can't
this
recall in high
this was
school.
before I transferred.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
shoot! Oh shoot! You gotta show me those one day.
Oh man, I have one of Walter, and I really remember this because it's the only time I really went out. I went to the mall, and Walter was there, and he was like, "Man, when Kevin like sends me this in 10 years, like, oh my gosh!" I was like, "Bro, Walter," and I feel like he's doing it on purpose. Like he knew I was recording, and he wanted to be like, oh. It wasn't. It didn't feel like in the moment. It was like he planned to say it, and like he knew I was gonna for sure send it to. I would have sent it to him anyway had he not
Like
said that.
obligated.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have like you specifically saying something to the camera. I have there's one of us at RDC showcase and I said like, "Oh, the man, like what do you guys say? What do you guys say?" I got that of you on like right now if you want to see. Um and then as to like I think you asked me like what do I do with them, right?
Yeah.
So in high school, like a lot during high school, I was actually reminiscing while I was in high school. I'd be like, damn, like junior year, I'd be like, damn, this was last year, my sophomore year, whatever. And then sophomore year, like, damn, this was last year, my freshman year. And then when I was senior, I was like, damn, this was like 3 years ago. This was like 2 years ago. This was like what last year. So I was really reminiscent in those times. Nowadays I don't have time to reminisce, which kind of sucks, but it's also good because like it keeps me moving, but it'll hit more when I sit down and really like, damn, like this was that long ago. This was pretty recent. Like it hits more, which I think is more of what you're supposed to do when you take these videos. I don't really plan to make. I wanted to do like a high school moments video and put on YouTube, but then that whole idea I learned about is like, oh, consent and like this and that. But I'm in my head, I'm all like, people won't know who the frick that is. Like a random person, like they're not gonna know, right? But I get it now. But I still would want to do that one day, like out of context, high school moments. Maybe not all those moments, but just like some, compile them. But yeah, most of the time I just reminisce. I'll keep them on the drive or something, and be like, dang. Because I learned too that try to just keep your private life private, and then keep your public life public. I do have this vid with you in it. It is with you and Ari, and you guys are saying, "Do you?" I could pull it up. It's the one where you're like, "This is the semester." Do you want to see that right now?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna stream it on Discord, so you'll be on your phone to watch it. Oh my gosh, this is so kind of hard to do. Or you could mute, or you could just watch it through YouTube, so it doesn't get too confusing. It's just one audio, but you'll be on your phone right now on Discord, and then it should be like you're watching a live stream or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope it's not too loud. I can't actually hear it myself because I'm on earbuds with you, but you ready?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Hey, what do you have to say in 6 months?
I'm outie.
After today,
Later, Raiders.
there's no next semester.
Later, Raiders.
This is the semester.
Later, Raiders.
This is the semester.
What? Oh.
Yeah, listen to me.
I did. Later, Raiders.
Did you hear it? You heard it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Oh man, every time I see myself with braces, I'm like, dang, I can't believe people didn't tell me how bad it looks.
But yeah, that was you. And then I'll just show you real quick. Man, like when I look at this is from my flip. This isn't from my phone, but like I look at some of these and like that was the one time I went out, but it's still one of my favorite memories because I don't go out. But this one, this was like me and Alan. We made a song in my room in 2019, and then we watched Silent Night that day. We're not watching the whole video. I'm just showing this portion, but like we watched Silent Night.
I've tried it. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. What did I say?
Alan looks like Tom Cruise.
Oh, but yeah, we went to 2019 Silent Night that day. But like, bro, like, I don't know what I'm saying, but just like looking at myself, like, bro, this is crazy. Like, I was young, but at that time, I was like, damn, this is the start. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, I'm pretty young, but I felt old in this clip for sure. But I'm older now, but yeah, it's just like that's the feels. But yeah, that is what I got. If I ever come across you, do you want me to make like a compilation, like Alvin moments?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, man, I'll try to do that if I can. It's
If you ever have
a
time.
search. Yeah, this is a search for sure. But yeah, so going back to the future note of the end segment, and like, what do you want to say or anything you want to say to your future self?
I'll go after you. After your message to your future
After
self.
me? Okay. For me, I don't know if like I want to adjust myself or just like say it as myself right now. You know what I mean? Like, am I talking? I'll just talk. I hope that I am feeling better. I hope that I'm gonna be doing good and I'm not in that low life and I'm like, I love it bad and stuff like that. Like I want to be in a good place and I hope that I'm achieving what I want. That I'm making music and like making time for people and like taking moments to be with those people when I can and not just turn it down and say no. I want to take care of myself physically and not just like spend hours doing one thing and like balance out my life more because I'm so like focused on one thing. Like if I go into a rabbit hole of videos, I'll just sit there for a long time and then like not do other things in that day. So just balancing things like that. And yeah, Kevin, if you're listening to this and your younger self and you're gonna be old and stuff, hopefully not too old. Hopefully you reminisce in a year or so. That yeah, hope all those things are going well for you. And yeah, love yourself. Yeah. That is my message to me.
I second that message.
Oh, bruh. Oh, bruh.
Mine is like, so I wrote down the things that I'm involved in or responsible for, including school. And it's 7 things, and this is all outside of like social life or like responsibilities at home.
Hmm.
So future self, this is gonna be directed to spring Alvin. I hope by that point I'm predicting that like I'll be out of community college and I'm gonna be done with that student assistant thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be working at my current job. So that's already
Hmm.
like three things that I'm dropping. Um, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be dropping those three things in spring. Um, because in spring I want to do an internship that's year round, meaning like because as opposed to like just a summer internship. So
Hmm.
during the spring, I'd want to have like a year round internship, possibly or maybe not, and just do a summer. Um, but yeah, and then the engineering club thing. So far, I haven't seen any benefits, but that's because the main thing I want to do is concrete canoe, and that might just be a spring thing. So I don't even know
Hmm.
what's gonna happen this semester, but depending, might drop that. But yeah, I just hope that for the next couple months that I handle things, I find a balance in all these things while maintaining like social life, like responsibilities at home, and like my spiritual life and all that stuff. Yeah, I hope I balance all those things and like still have good relationships with people. That's also how I've been talking to like Kyla, and Kyla asks me like, "Oh, how'd your week go?" And I've
Hmm.
been giving like scales of like, "Oh, it was like a 9 out of 10, or like an eight out of 10."
Hmm.
And the criteria I graded on is how well I do in school, like if I turned in all my assignments. Um, and that's, okay, this is another tangent, but how when
It's
I think of school, it's like, did I turn in all my assignments? But also, am I on pace behind, on pace or behind in knowledge? Because I could turn stuff in, but not understand the
oh
material.
yeah.
So I'd be behind in knowledge. But if I understand the material and I turn in my stuff, then that's like a really good spot. So
Hmm.
there's like that aspect of how I rate my week, and also, did I have did I have fun this week, and did I like get all my or did I do my responsibilities? So that's how like I grade it. I don't know how I started talking about that, but
It's okay.
yeah, I hope I hope that Alvin doesn't slack and that he is on his stuff and does good in everything he's a part of because of really good time management.
Hmm. All right. Well, I guess that it brings us to the end of our first DaVinCast. I don't know how do we end it? Should we do like a RDC on three? But it's like, what should we do? Should we just
Um, I think we should say something super controversial and then just end it off that.
one word? Oh,
Just
I want to
kidding.
say a name, so mine's like two words.
I was just kidding.
Oh,
I don't
I
want
was
to get
serious.
canceled.
Okay, what should we? Okay, we should take the idea, but how we're feeling right now. Oh, I need some time to think.
Our
The one word, and then we just say it, and then
Okay, so we're
um,
gonna say how we're feeling. And you know that game like where it's like you say a word on three and then you try to like get to the point where you're saying the exact same word?
oh my gosh, no, I don't. I'm freaking rock. I live under a rock.
No. So
I
it's like
don't.
it's as if like okay, say a word on three and we go one, two, three, and I say like blue, and then you say like um this is hard. Or you say like liquid. So
Uh-huh.
then you say those words and then you're like, okay, got it. And then we count again, one, two, three, and then we say
Oh,
water because
because
it's
it's
like
the blue
blue and
liquid.
liquid. Yeah,
Okay, so you want to do that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
with the feeling or with the
Say something that's like significant in your current, like a word that
oh.
like is something I mean significant in your current like season of life.
Okay, hold on. I gotta think, bro. Mm. But are we gonna do the thing where like we try to meet up, mutual
Yeah,
word?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold on, hold on. Dang.
And then once we get that same word, we're gonna be like, "Oh, let's go," and then just be like, "Okay, bye."
Bro, what if we don't get the same word?
Well, then never ending.
Bruh.
I have
Okay.
my word.
Okay, I have one. Okay, I got it. You
Okay,
count.
after three, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Friendship.
Process. Mm, mm,
It's, it's hard.
my
Um,
alternate word was family. That would have been easier, but it's okay.
friendship
Process.
and
Okay, let
process.
me think. I'll think. We'll think. I like this. We'll end like this every time. I'll think. Give me. I got it. I have mine.
Okay, it's not gonna be the same word, but I have a word.
Okay, ready?
Alright,
I'll count.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Trust.
Besties. Oh, frick. That's a
Mm,
good one.
okay.
Okay. Besties and trust. Okay,
Oh, dude, I don't know
we got
what we
it. We
should
got it.
say. Hold on. Besties and trust.
Yeah.
I want to say your first word, bro.
No, dude. There's a word. There's a word. You gotta think
Hold
about
on.
it.
Besties and trust. I chose such a hard word. Trust.
No, okay, no. It's pretty
Uh,
simple. Don't think too hard. Besties and trust.
trust. Okay, keep saying that. Maybe the word that you're thinking of will come to my head. Say it. It's like,
Besties and trust. What do those two things have in common?
oh shit.
Besties who have trust typically do what?
Oh.
Or talk about what? Yeah?
No, wait. Why would you say that second part? Talk about what? Hold on. Okay. I think I got it. Okay, ready? You say it.
Okay.
Or
1,
count.
2, 3. Secret.
Fun.
Wait,
What
what?
the fuck?
What'd you say?
I said fun. No, I didn't say the F word, but I said fun. Secrets and fun, bro. Oh my.
Yeah, because like besties and trust and you have to tell secrets.
How terrible it is.
It was hard.
Okay. So fun and secrets, huh? Okay. Fun secrets. Fun secrets.
Okay. We should keep
Dude.
going. The more we think about it, the longer it'll take.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's,
ready? One.
yeah.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Gossip.
Party.
No.
Okay. Party and
Okay.
gossip. Okay.
Okay, I got it. You count.
Mm, is yours one word or two words?
Mine is one word.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Aunts.
Sleepover.
Oh
Frick.
my god.
Okay, sleepover and aunts. Okay, you
Uh-huh.
got it?
No, I
Mine is
don't
two
got
words.
it.
Mine is two words.
Yours 2 words?
Just kind of cheating, but desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Sleepover and aunt?
Yeah,
Okay. Me count, you count.
you count.
1, 2, 3. Cousin's
Slumber
house.
party.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is we're at one area. It's better. Slumber party and cousin's
And
house.
cousin's house.
Oh my gosh, Alvin. Slumber party at cousin's house. I got my word.
Okay, me too.
Are you hold on. Listen to me, Alvin. Slumber party at cousin's house. Okay. Slumber party at cousin's house. Okay, I have my word.
It's the same though.
Hmm?
I don't
Oh,
think it's the same, but I have a word.
okay, you count.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sleep.
Family. Oh my god. You said sleep?
Uh,
Oh my.
family. Family and sleep.
Okay, I have a word.
Family, sleep.
Come on, Alvin.
Okay.
I think, or
1, 2, 3. Curfew.
snore. Oh my god.
No.
Snoring
Okay. I
curfew.
got a word.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what's your word? Family curfew. Oh, what snore
Yeah,
curfew?
snoring curfew.
Okay, I have one word. 1,
Oh,
2.
I
Oh,
forgot my word.
okay.
Sleep and curfew?
Snore and curfew.
Snore and curfew. Okay.
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3. Late.
Bedtime.
No.
You said late?
Yeah.
Late and bedtime.
Okay. Let's can we cheat a little? I'm gonna think of a specific time, okay? And then we both have to think of the same specific time because we're at bedtime. And was it late? Okay.
Okay.
Let's try to get it
Okay.
this. Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Hold on, we're just gonna say the number.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? You count it.
1, 2, 3, 12.
2. Oh, yeah, that's late for me.
Okay.
Okay,
What's
2 and
the
12.
12?
Okay, Alvin. Literally,
Okay, there's only
they're
one
on.
answer.
There's only one word.
There's only
Wait,
one.
no, there could be 2 words,
If we
bruh.
get this wrong, I'm calling it. There's no way we don't get this. Okay, ready?
Dude, hold on, no, ready. Can you say the two? Can you say the 2 numbers? And I'm gonna try to pick a word because I have 2 words.
Okay, so I said 12 and you said
Huh?
2.
Uh-huh.
There's only, what do those two have in common?
Okay, all right, I got it now. I
There's
think
only
we
one
agree.
right answer.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, you count it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Time, Alvin. 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 You're such a troll, bro.
Dude,
Dude.
no. 12
Dude.
and 2. What's in between that? 1.
Oh my gosh. My other word was clock, bruh.
Okay, so 1 and time?
Yeah. Oh, you want to keep going? Oh my. Okay, I have a word. I have a word. 1 and time, Alvin. 1 time. 1 time. Okay.
Is the
You
word
ready?
one word or 2 words?
I'm going one word. 1 time.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Minute,
Once. Frig.
Alvin. Okay, I think this is how we should always end it. Like we never figure it out. I think that's.
Oh, man. Okay, we gotta think of a.
Oh
We
my
gotta
gosh.
continue it. So next time we're gonna start with
Oh, you
once
want to do it
and
like
minute.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
once and minute. We gotta
Okay.
write it down somewhere.
I'll DM in the chat. What is it?
Once and minute.
He said once. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like one time is once.
Dude, we have different minds. I love this game because it shows how like perspective. The funny one was when I was like the family or something, and then I think I said snore, and you were like bedtime.
And then there was one that it was like slumber party and
Yeah,
cousin's house. Then I
yeah.
said like sleep, and then you said family.
Uh,
Because what do you do at the sleepover at your cousin's house?
oh, man. Okay, well, all right. That was DaVinCast Fall Check-in 2022, and we'll see
Yeah.
you next time. See you later, Alvin. Thank you for joining me.
Later.
Yeah. You know how to
Anytime.
leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just turn off my phone.
No. All right. Click the red. All right.
All right.
See
Till
you.
next time.
Yeah. All right.
Later.
Peace. And that was it. It looks like I'm talking to myself. But yeah, 2 hours now, and see you next time. Bye.